Yes, would you ask her to come in, please? Come in. Hello, Alison. I remembered how punctual you always were. Barbara has an appointment, but this cheque is from both of us.
Oh, thank you. Oh, this is more than I ever expected.
And Sharon warned you not to say things like that?
Thank you, and Mrs. Hunter. Do you know, suddenly I really think we can do it.
I didn't realize you and Sharon knew each other.
Oh, yes. Then we bumped into each other at school when she came to pick up Nina one day.
Who's Nina?
A little girl, a Down syndrome child.
Yes, she mentioned a child, not that...
Well, she probably doesn't think of her in that way anymore.
Could have been a volunteer.
It's not really like that. She doesn't pity Nina, Mr. Hunter. None of this is about pity.
Well, what is it about if not compassion?
It's about living. Have you thought about the other thing?
Yes, the collecting box is all right, provided it's not too conspicuous.
I meant the holiday accommodation.
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk about that. I have a meeting with Mr. Chance and Mr. Ross this afternoon. He's the one who'll be most directly affected.
But it's your decision, isn't it?
There are things and people I have to consider. For the same reasons that you didn't go ahead and make a booking without talking about it first.
Yes, I am sorry, and you've been very generous.
If you hadn't asked, you wouldn't have got the cheque. No. Certainly they're welcome to use the cafeteria. I imagine they'll be more comfortable in there in any case.
Oh, yes, they mostly can't afford to eat in the restaurant. Even though as many come from posh homes as from poor, it seems they're not to be trusted with much money.
Why did you ask?
Not everyone does. Some people don't believe in mentioning that they're handicapped.
The organisers, you mean?
Yes. I didn't imagine for one moment you'd make an incident over a handicapped person coming here, though. Please believe me.
I wouldn't. Nobody here would.
I'm asking for more than that, though. There is a register for recommended accommodation where handicapped people are made welcome. They take holidays, too, in small groups, and there's nothing round here like that.
Well, we certainly wouldn't turn anyone away because they were handicapped.
But would you be sensitive to their small problems?
You're choosing to make an issue of it.
Well, it is an issue, whether people are prepared to take a little extra care, not to laugh, not even to patronize these people. It really is an issue, Mr. Hunter.
Benny, come in here a sec.
Right. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine. How would you like to see Nina this afternoon?
Oh, I'm working.
I'll give you the afternoon off.
Yeah, but...
Don't you want to? I'm picking her up from school for the whole afternoon.
Oh, it's not that. It's just Mac and Sid. They get funny if I have time off, even though I got time due to me.
All right. I don't want to make things complicated for you.
Right. Anything else?
No, that's all it was.
Thank you, Benny.
Ah.
Sharon, I'd like to have a word about this charity thing of Alison's.
The group home for the mentally handicapped.
Yes. David said that you were very forceful pressing their case.
Sorry, am I supposed to say something?
I would rather that you didn't get too involved in fundraising around the motel.
I thought I was a free woman and British.
What you do in your own time is your business, but this is my business now, and I will not have it running second to any organisation, albeit a charitable one.
That won't happen.
And I don't think that collection boxes in reception is a good idea. Apparently that was suggested?
Yes, it was.
Yes, well, I don't want my office manager to suggest ideas that I have to shoot down.
Did you shoot that one down?
Not yet.
Thank you for your cheque. Didn't say it properly.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, you were very generous.
Don't make my life difficult for me.
All right, all right.
Good, now look. This leasing firm, how many cars and how many do we get to service?
Sorry, I'm off.
What?
I've given myself the afternoon off. I asked myself and I told myself, yeah, where you go?
What, again?
I'm picking up a little girl from school for her mother.
The girl that you,
Looked after for a couple of weeks, yes. I'm not going to play any violins, but she's very important to me, that little girl.
What's she like?
She's a very happy child. She's very affectionate, she's very fair. And not to put too fine a point.
So that is why you are personally involved with this charity?
I'm I'm not naturally a charitable person. I know this one little girl, yeah.
But you weren't going to tell me about this time off.
And I wasn't going to tell you about some of my overtime either because you couldn't afford it.
Now look, Sharon, if you are not here, we cannot discuss this leasing deal. Now look, this is just not on. We have got to discuss business. This business.
Oh, look, couldn't we possibly do it tomorrow? The figures on that deal are excellent.
All right. Tomorrow.
Oh, shall we go? You going?
I'm not sneaking off. I've just told the boss.
Oh, Benny's coming on a bit heavy about having time off. When I asked him who it was for, well, I guessed it was you.
He really wants to come with me, you know.
So, does he go or doesn't he? I mean, why bother to ask me?
Because you and Matt give him a hard time, I gather.
Oh.
There's nothing I can do about it, except make you give him a harder time. I'm taking this time off. I don't have to ask, but Benny does. Oh, come on. I could do with a friend this afternoon, somebody to share it with.
Okay, I'll tell him he's going. No argument. Come on.
You tell him?
I'll tell him.
Come on.
Show me to him.
Do you know what this is all about?
No idea.
Are we the working party?
We said he'd be back in a moment.
Oh, come on. Where is he?
At the reception talking to Miss Cotterill.
How would you feel about taking a few holiday parties of handicapped people?
Handicapped.
Mentally handicapped.
David, are you joking?
No. What do you think? It's a joke?
No, but I think there would be objections.
Why?
Why? Why? I don't know, but there would be. I mean, it's bound to upset some customers.
Many?
Yes, I'd say. In the hotels I worked in, we tried to offend no one.
Did you offend the mentally handicapped?
No, but it's quite another thing, you know, to solicit that kind of custom.
And what's your objection?
Well, I mean, what about their behavior in the restaurants?
What about it?
David, they don't have the same muscular control as we have, do they?
Well, I'm suggesting an experiment. We could find out.
Yeah, and in the process lose valuable clients. All I'm saying is, David, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure that I wouldn't be disturbed by it.
Good. You're not sure.
And it would present more problems for the waitresses.
I sometimes see them standing about. We're not understaffed.
Well, sometimes we are.
I don't know why you're telling us all this. You've obviously made your own mind up.
Would you ask Alison to come in, please?
What are you going to tell her?
No.
No?
No. We must have wholehearted agreement on this one, or nearly.
Did Sharon have anything to do with this?
What do you mean?
She has been stirring Alison up.
Don't patronize Alison. She's quite capable of making up her own mind.
Ah.
Come in.
Come in.
Oh, Alison.
Hello, Alison.
I'm afraid we have to wait on the holiday accommodation. But give us time. We might do something. I've asked Mr. Ross to sound out his people, see how they feel.
Right. Thank you all very much. I better be going now.
Well, thank you for waiting.
No, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You do realize you've just said yes.
I said maybe. I said we'd think about it.
Anybody home? Oh, Nina, sweetheart.
So, how did it go?
Fine, I think. Come in and have some tea.
Oh, thank you. Come on.
This is delicious.
Isn't it? I'll put some for Denise in the oven. Oh. She's going to come over after she put Nina to bed. She's a neighbour, can keep an eye on her, haven't you?
About her boyfriend?
Mm.
She's really going to need a shoulder to cry on, isn't she? You're taking them both on, then? Mother and daughter?
She can have him if she wants him. She can see Nina whenever she likes. She ain't got to feel guilty about it either.
You're mad, if you're serious. You are going to take on all those problems that got her into that state? And you're on your own as well?
I'm stronger than she is, you know that.
Well, how do you know what she was like before? Maybe she was strong. Not strong enough.
Look, the only person who matters in all this is Nina. Now, Denise, her problems, her love life, it's not her fault. But Nina needs more than Denise can give her.
I hope you're right. Do you think you can sell Denise on the idea?
Sell? I'm not going to sell her anything. I'm just going to suggest what she could do.
Well, you're going to have to be very careful when you do suggest it. She's very vulnerable at the moment. She's got this bloke promising her whatever he's promising her. And there's you making it all painless.
Well, you know she's thought of it before she met me. What's wrong with me making it easier for her?
Because it's not going to be painless, is it? I can tell you that for free. I know, Sharon. I've been there. What if she wants Nina back? What if it doesn't work out with this bloke?
Oh, darling, very smart. Oh, raving Daphne will go overboard. Oh, don't forget to tell her about your hole-in-one, will you?
Shut up.
Do you know, I think you could do with a bit more aftershave. Not a lady to be subtle with, is she?
If you don't stop it, there will be terrible retribution.
Ooh, yum, yum, yum.
Now, come on, why don't you run off home like a good little wife and wait for your hard-working husband to return?
Exhausted?
From this moment on, Mrs. Chance, I am giving up on you. Good night.
Lily, can you make sure that Miss Luke's chalet is down on staff rates?
Yes, Mrs. Chance.
Okay.
I understand it. It's just a thought. Thank you. Shuey McPhee cannot use Doris Luke.
Rubbish.
All jobs in the kitchen are fully allocated, and the kitchen, for once, is running quite smoothly. He does not want to disturb it.
Oh, all right, David, just as long as you don't give up on it.
See, Adam's booked a table for dinner tonight.
Adam has?
Mm-hmm, 8 o'clock. Made quite a fuss about getting the time off.
Oh, I wonder why.
Well, I assumed that it was you and he.
No, first I've heard of it.
Surprise, Bert?
I've just left him, and the only surprise I got was him telling me to go home.
Oh, I'm sure there's some perfectly
He's up to something.
Come on, just some perfectly ordinary business dinner with some perfectly ordinary businessman.
It'll be a woman.
You two jumped to conclusion.
I bet you it'll be a woman.
He said it was business,
Look,
so
are you
why
on
shouldn't
or
it
aren't
be?
you?
What?
I'll tell you what the stakes are. If I am right, you are to move heaven and earth to find Doris Luke a job. Okay?
All right. Okay.
I hope Sharon's not starting this all over again, leaving that gash to run itself.
If you ask me, I reckon Sharon's got Chancey wrapped round her little finger, mate. He comes in here like a lion, and I listen to that door. He goes out like a lamb.
Not a very happy lamb, though. She's just buying time, mate. She knows she's got some credit due there, but he'll get fed up one of these days. Yeah, it just takes him a little bit longer, that's all. With someone like Hunter doing his nut.
Their own lookout, isn't it? What about this business about the hostel, then? How about that?
Yeah. And you told me not to say anything to May. Vow silence, you said.
Yeah, well, I had to break it to her gently, you know, with her hypertension and everything, but it needn't have bothered. She knew about it all along.
So it seems you'll be having some new neighbors after all, huh?
Yeah, Maeve won't like that.
Lower the tone, will it? Not a lot she can do about it, though.
Oh, I don't know. She can bludgeon the council a little bit, mate. She's not on her own, don't forget. They can get up a petition, stop them from moving in, stop planning permission, you know.
Nah, not so easy these days. It's a free country, mate. People can live anywhere they want to.
Well, don't worry me, no. Don't suppose it'll affect me either way, anyway.
Oh, no, maybe she doesn't want to.
No, but it's a property value he's thinking about, see? I mean, it's all very well for him to live somewhere, but I mean, around the corner, I ask you.
Yeah, I don't envy you, mate. Having to stay neutral with Maeve and Sharon about to do battle.
But don't mind me, you can go on talking.
Sharon, Benny.
Alison, in here.
Oh, hello.
Hey, kid.
Hi.
Sharon said she'd come back here after she dropped Nina off.
Yeah, and she's not, because she's gone straight back, because she's making some supper for Nina's mum.
Oh, I see. Well, should we have supper together in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
All go from what I hear Sharon saying, eh? About this hot stuff?
Yes, she's very enthusiastic. She's changed everyone's mood, everyone in the society. She really takes command, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
Who are you dining with, by the way?
Daphne Phillpotts.
Ah.
Does it matter?
No. Just that I might have dropped you in it.
What?
With Jill. I think I might have let the cat...
I thought you'd gone home, darling.
No, I just had one or two things to check on.
Oh.
You are looking nervous, darling.
I don't feel at all nervous.
I mean, isn't he looking nervous, David?
No, I wouldn't say he looks nervous.
Actually, you're looking nervous, too.
They're imagining things.
Yes, I'm beginning to imagine all sorts of things. What is going on?
Nothing.
Just talking business in general.
How general?
Business entertaining.
Oh, that old thing. I'm beginning to wonder if it's all worth it.
Oh, yes, of course. Every time.
Every time?
Well, it's worth the effort, naturally.
Oh, yes, David, how did you get on with your bankers?
What?
Are we going to be inundated with bookings for functions after your little soiree that kept my eager husband away from me till nearly midnight?
You must have cracked that one, surely, David.
They'll be in touch.
Ah.
Oh, how nice they're going to be in touch after a business dinner. Maybe you'll be so lucky, darling.
Good evening, madam. How can I help you?
Oh, Mr. Chance is expecting me.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Phillpotts?
That's right.
Yes, he left the instructions to be called. The moment you arrive, may I take a coat?
Not for a moment, thank you very much.
Shan't keep you waiting. Excuse me, Mr. Chance, your guest has arrived.
Ah, thank you, Paul.
Who is it, Paul?
Mrs. Phillpotts.
Mrs. Phillpotts. Well, isn't that a turn-up? Off you go, darling. These business ladies don't like to be kept waiting.
I thought you were going home.
Oh, soon, sweetie, soon.
Daphne,
Adam.
you look lovely.
Oh, thank you, Adam, dear. So do you.
It seems I won the bet. You're going to pay up fairly soon, David?
He wants me to live with him.
And Anita?
No, not at first. But after a while he would, surely, because I did.
What are you going to do till he does? Foster her?
I couldn't. Even if there were enough people in the area, and I've checked, there aren't. I couldn't.
What about me? What if I took her? I mean, it could be fostering, but maybe I could just look after her for a little while, temporarily. You could see her whenever you wanted to, whenever you could.
She does like you.
Yeah.
You'd really do that?
For Nina, yeah. I'd like to.
It would give me some time to get through to Trev. And I know she'd be cared for, that she'd be...
Loved?
Loved.
You let me have her, then?
She'd still be my little girl, though.
Of course, of course.